Hey guys, it's Cody. So I'm going to do my media organization speech on the SPCA. So I'm sure that the majority of you, if not all of you, have a pet, an animal of some kind, whether it's a bird, a cat, a dog, no matter what kind of animal you have, it could be a fish. We all love our animals no matter what they are. And we care for them, and that'll never change. And animals shouldn't be abused or frowned upon because of their past or where they came from. So everyone loves their pets when they're small, when they're a puppy, when they're a kitten. No matter when you get a puppy, when it's small, everyone's going to love a puppy or a kitten. I mean, that'll never change. But unfortunately, as they grow and they get older, they start getting weak, and their bones and their joints start hurting and everything on them. People are like, well, I think I'm over this. Let's get rid of them, get a new puppy, get a new cat, or their life changes, they expand their family, they just don't have time anymore. They decide to get rid of them or just leave them. And this happens way more than it should. But if you can't give your pet the unconditional love that you originally gave it when you first got it, then you don't deserve to have a pet. So the amount of times that people abandon and abuse their pets it's disgusting. Like, if you can't love them from the same amount that you love them as a puppy, a kitten when you first got them, and if you really need to get rid of them, like I said, you really should not have a pet. Because if you can't give them the same unconditional love that they gave you or they give you, then that's just wrong. You shouldn't only love them for a certain amount of time or want them for a certain amount of time and then one day just abuse them, because they're not dumb. They know when you just don't want them anymore or if you leave them somewhere. So the SPCA was started in England in 1824, and it stands for the First Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. It originally started because carriage horses that were pulling buggies around in England, where the horses were getting abused because they used them so much. This was before automobiles, obviously. So that's why they started the SPCA, because they wanted to prevent these horses from being abused and neglected. And they soon realized that so many more animals were being abused, not only horses. So they decided that they wanted to expand this. So once the SPCA, like I said, realized that many more animals were being abused and neglected, they expanded. So in 1866, the first SPCA was opened in New York City, which obviously was in America. And from there, it focused on helping all sorts of animals, help dogs, cats, because more in the States, they had more of normalized animals like cats and dogs. So that's where they found the need to focus their attention on, is helping those type of animals that were getting abused. So then from there, the SPCA is one of the largest and only non-fundable, companies that aren't funded, organizations that help pets and animals. And since the start of it in 1824 in England to present day, like I said, it's the largest known animal protection program all over the world, and in the US especially, but all over the world as well. So the majority of the workers at the SPCA are volunteers. They don't get paid. Not many people at the SPCA get paid. And all of the money that they earn is money that they earn from organizations and different charities and stuff. That's how they earn their money. They don't get funded money, and they, like I said, don't pay for their workers that are there. So without the start of the SPCA and the size that it has grown to, millions of animals would be dead, neglected, and abused without this program for those animals. And like I said, without the help of the amazing people that volunteer there, and without the organization, those animals wouldn't find an amazing new life, a new home, a second chance, and loving owners. So that's why it's really important for the SPCA and the animals that it helps, because it gives them a second chance. My first dog, when I was a kid, we went to the SPCA to look, and I picked out this pit bull because it was 3 years old, and people just realized, oh, I don't want it anymore. So she was the last one in the stall, against a wooden or a concrete wall, and she was always so happy when she saw people. She would wag her tail so much that her tail was like bloody on the end, and she lost all the hair because she'd hit it against the concrete wall every time someone came by, but no one ended up wanting her. So we bought her, and that was my childhood dog. Unfortunately, she passed away a couple years ago, and we got another dog, another pit bull from the SPCA, another pit bull, like I said, and we still have her, and it's just an amazing organization that, like I said, gives so many animals a second chance. So thank you so much, guys.